Hi there, my name is Ashley Hughes, and I will be your professor for college algebra this semester. I wanted to take a chance to just welcome you to the course and introduce you to myself. I have been in education for about 2 decades now. I have both my master's and undergraduate degree in mathematics from Texas A&M University, and I am still based out of Texas, which I love the ability to be able to teach online. So even though we might be in different states spread apart, we can still learn college algebra together. And I wanted to take a moment to kind of show you how to navigate the course. There are so many great tools in the way that this is set up. So I'm going to share my screen with you. First, let me bring you to the home page and bring attention to um, where you can contact me. Right here where it says contact your faculty on the main page. Here's my email, ahughes2@south.edu, and then phone number and office hours. And then I wanted to show you the syllabus, talk through a little bit about grades and expectations for the course. So if you scroll down, you can see these are the course objectives, these 7 things here. And then here are the way we find grades, just the pretty typical way that grades are set. And then here are the grading policies. Pre-assessment, 5%, discussion board. There are only 3 discussion boards. So don't let that weigh you down too much. And when you do the discussion board, in order to get full credit, you need to make an initial post, and then you need to respond to 2 classmates. So just don't forget that part, that response part. The objectives, 35%, the quizzes, 35%, the final exam was with 20%. And then here's the late work policy. I want to bring your attention to a 5% penalty will be assessed per day for late assignments up to a maximum of 50%. And after 14 days, the assignment will not be accepted unless for some reason you've reached out to me, there's been a death in the family, some type of an emergency, sickness, and that we've discussed that beforehand. And now let's go back to the homepage, and weekly you will have announcements kind of explaining the things you need to do in the 10 weeks of this course. And I wanted to go ahead and demo one of the learning assignments. So I'm opening section 3.4. When you click that, it will open a separate window, which is the Hawks portal, and that is the third-party website where all of the problems are and also the lectures. So if you prefer to just read the notes, you're totally welcome to do that in this Learn section here. But the great thing is there's also these embedded videos. So you can click on the videos, and you can fast forward. And so there are great videos embedded that are done by Hawks. Okay, so if you need me to answer a question, I am here for you. And I have a YouTube channel where I like to record answers to homework questions. So if you have a question, please reach out to me and I can demonstrate that for you and answer your specific question if you are stuck. And there are a lot of tools built in here though, even a tutor. So I just wanted to show you a little bit about how this would work. So consider the linear inequality. One tools. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to get my tools to pull up. Okay. So I want to solve this. This is just a one-step equation, and all I need to do to to solve 2 times x is less than or equal to 18. I just need to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division. And so I get that x is less than or equal to 9. I wanted to demonstrate how to type that in. So I can hit x, but then to get that less than or equal to, we're going to hit the keypad. We're going to find less than or equal to, and then submit. You can also click tutor, where the tutor will bring you back to where it talks about this specific example. So I just want to show you that. Let's do the next example. Now let's talk about how we're going to actually graph this. This was a little tricky. So we had 2x less than or equal to 18, and then we had x was less than or equal to 9. So that means the 9 is included. So but it's anything less than or equal to 9. So another way of writing that would be negative infinity to 9, including 9. So If I have an infinity on one side, you have to have the open bracket on one side. And then in this case, we're doing this closed bracket because it has that equals underneath the 9. So I'm going to drag this to 9. And then this one I'm going to drag to the arrow, which then means infinity. And I'm going to still did I graph things that are less than or equal to 9? Yes. So let's submit our answer. And it says it's correct. Let's try another one. This one is a two-step equation. So first we're going to need to add that 4 over. So if I add 4 to 11, I get 15. So I get 3z is greater than 15. And then I'm going to need to divide by 3, and I get z is greater than. So let's type that in, z, and then if I want to hit greater than, I need that keypad. Greater than, just strictly greater than, doesn't have the equals under. So the answer. Next, I want to graph this. This time it's 5 and everything bigger than 5. And we're not including 5. So I'm going to choose both open-ended. So I'm going to drag this to 5. And then I'm going to drag this to the arrow. So greater than 5 is anything bigger than 5. Let's do one more, just for good measure. And I wanted to show you what to do if there's a negative there. So negative 2z plus 3 is less than negative 5. Subtract 3. This means I'm getting more negative. So I'm going to add these two and I get negative 8. Now there is a little trick you need to know that when you divide by a negative with an inequality, you have to flip the inequality. So the less than is going to become greater than. And so in this case, we get z is greater than 4 because negative 8 divided by negative 2 is a positive 4. On the right, z and then greater than 4. And then I'm going to graph that. Strictly greater than means I need both open and I need it greater than 4. So 4 to infinity. So you drag it to that arrow. So hopefully that was helpful to see how to use that. And after you did the learn section, you would then do the certified section, which is where you get your credit for doing that objective. So let's go back to the home page and also check your grades, and the discussions are there. Everything is in the modules and written out by weeks. And so you see most things are due on Tuesdays at 11:59 p.m. of each week. And as always, I really want to emphasize that I am here to help you. Please reach out by email. I'm just an email away. And also when you email me, make sure that you put the course that you're talking about and then also a specific question, like section 3.4, question number 5, or this specific topic. Not just, I need help with inequalities, not just like a broad thing, but a specific question that I can answer so I can make sure I answer exactly what you're looking for. I think it's going to be a great semester, and I hope that this helps you reach your goals. You're one step closer to reaching your goals after you do this course. So don't give up, work hard, and reach out if you need help.